All right, it's another great day, a day to talk about an amazing opportunity. Greetings to you and thank you for joining us once again. I'm always excited. The purpose of this opportunity, this presentation is geared at educating you. All right. Do not in any way feel pressure that you have to do what we do. We're here to show you what's working for us and give you data to help you make intelligent decision. Um, if this is your cup of tea or not. All right. So that is what we're doing here. Feel free to listen, and of course, after that, do your own research. You need to understand that most of us here are just like you. I am just like you. All right. I've been in the online space. I've believed in the online space for many years, decades, in fact, and I have been adamant on, knowing that there will be something unique that will come up in the online space. There will be different models. Now, in the line of experimenting, I've met companies that promise heaven and earth, but they didn't have a face behind them. I fell for such companies without a known CEO, they also ran away with our money. I've also seen platforms where the CEO is a nobody from one country, and the CEO without any pedigree, and they came out, gave promises, and also disappointed us. So I've lost money in the online space. I'm also a trader, and I train people to trade. So having that background of information and knowledge, I am about to present to you a great life-changing opportunity. So as you listen to this presentation, my confidence is because what we see is something we've never ever seen before in the online space. So please just be my guest and pay close attention to the information. Some people ask, can one make money from crypto? The answer is yes, because there's always price movement. There's always price movement between, the price at the lower side and the price at the top. So this is what it means. All right. Ethereum price was about $300 per ETH at this time. And after a few years, the price went to $4,500 per ETH. So just like buying a parcel of property and you bought it at $300, and that same property, you had about 16.6 of it because you bought $5,000. As that property rises, you find out that the overall value of what you hold, which used to be $5,000, becomes $74,000. Why did $5,000 become $74,000? The answer is simple, because the asset grew in value. All right, from 300 per ETH to $4,500 per ETH, and it came down and retested again. So that's how you make money from crypto. So it's possible to make money, good money, from the price activity of on the blockchain. So please take note of this. What you're going to hear tonight is making money from this activity. It will buy low and sell high. Buy low again, sell high. All right, buy low, sell high. Buy low again, sell high. That is where this opportunity makes money from. So as I go through my presentation, remember that the money is being made from trading activities on the blockchain. So this is not a Ponzi scheme. So one can make money from crypto trading, and of course, many other types of trading. So welcome to Aurum. Aurum is the Latin word for gold. We're introducing to you the golden age of banking, ladies and gentlemen. And one common question we ask people is, are you happy with your bank? Are you happy with the returns you're getting from your bank? Are you happy with, you know, the ease of funds, movement of funds? Are you happy, with your customer service? Are you happy with the Visa card or MasterCard that your bank uses? Are you able to use it anywhere in the world? Can you spend up to $300,000 in a month with your Visa card? So these are all various things we want you to think about as we get right into this amazing opportunity. Now, if you become a part of Aurum, you're going to have access to this kind of dashboard. You're going to see your results. All right, please take note. Every day, you're going to see trading results. Now, these trading results, where is it coming from? It's coming from buy low, sell high, like I described earlier. on the blockchain spot market, okay? Buy low, sell high. That's where it's making its money from. Now, the market behaves differently in each day, and that is why you see, some days you get a little higher, some days a little lower, some days higher, some days lower, and if you get a couple of days that's relatively low, and then a high day, each day's results is different from the previous days. The reason is because this is actually real trading on the blockchain. Very important to remember that. All right. Now, this opportunity has a 4.5-star rating on Trustpilot. All right. So remember, Trustpilot is a third-party credibility tool. People go there and on their own give their reviews. All right. People give their reviews. And based on their reviews, if the ratings are all mainly positive, you have a high rating. So Aurum Foundation has over 4.0 out of 5 star. That is 4.5 out of 5 star, 4.4, 4.5 out of 5 star. And people are giving extraordinarily positive reviews. Reviewers overwhelmingly have a great experience with the company. Everybody has a great experience with Aurum Foundation. And if I ask in this chat right now, who are those having a great experience with Aurum Foundation? Type 1 in the chat box, just to help you know that what you're seeing here as 4.5 is real. All right. So if you're having a great experience, just type 1 in the chat box with Aurum Foundation. Let us have a view. Let's see how many persons are having a great experience. And this is it. This is it. Lots of persons, in fact, everybody who is in Aurum is happy with the bank. Everybody who uses Aurum is happy with the bank. So when I ask you the question, are you happy with your bank? If you're banking with Aurum Foundation, Aurum Neobank, you're super happy with the bank. So this 4.5 stars is actually real. So here's a short video to get us warmed up for the great session.
Aurum Neobank is a next-generation financial ecosystem with a fully integrated cycle. Top up your balance, earn through the trading bot, spend with your card, and restart the loop. Choose from 4 card tiers: Nova, Imperium, World Elite, and Infinity. Each unlocks access to cryptocurrency payments, low fees, and premium rewards. No verification required. Minimal fees. Physical card included. Higher transaction limits. Take control of your finances and grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank. Grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank. That is the key point here. Are you getting as good returns with your idle funds with your bank? Are you having great returns with your idle funds with your bank? Most people are getting zero, literally basically nothing in return for, their idle funds remaining in their banks. So, but with Aurum Foundation, that changes. All right, that absolutely changes. Now, Aurum is a decentralized fintech company, which simply means that it's a blockchain innovative company. It's a blockchain solution provider. It is a blockchain financial technology evolution company. So it's creating solutions that are basically almost impossible for others. Literally almost impossible for many people. Aurum is making impossible things possible. All right. So remember, we are in an empowerment program. So whoever invited you to this presentation is inviting you to an empowerment program. Okay. The person is inviting you to change your financial story, because we don't just earn, we empower. That is the beauty and power of this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I really want to encourage you to pay close attention as we take you on this journey. But I can assure you, every family deserves an Aurum account. In fact, each spouse deserves an account. So if you have an account, your spouse should also have an account. And you find out that between your account and your spouse's account, you're going to be smiling. You're going to be able to laugh. You know, they say money is the root of all evil, but that's not true. That's a lie. Poverty is the root of all evil. Okay? Money is a lubricant that reduces frictions in relationships. It reduces friction in marriage. And so when there's good flow of money, the lubrication between spouses is smooth, less arguments, and your spouse could just say, honey, can you just give me a gift? I need this amount of money. And you're just gonna go to your Aurum Neo bank account, look at the results you've gotten, and send to your spouse. It happens every single time. People are excited. There is strengthening of love, relationship, excitement. People are able to do great things, impact great lives, plan their next vacation, have an exciting time with the family without having headache, and that's the beauty of this opportunity. So what is the business model? All right, we've told you it's a financial technology company on the blockchain. So what is the business model? Now, this slide speaks to that. First, the system has the capability to hold your crypto. All right, your digital assets. The system has the capability to hold your digital assets. So you might say, hey, my Trust Wallet can hold it, or my Token Pocket can hold it, or my Binance can hold it. My, different exchanges can hold it. Yes, but now there's also a growth function. So holding is one element, growing it's the most important element. The growth functionality is the game changer. And this is where Aurum beats every bank. Aurum Neobank beats every bank because Aurum is able to give you returns that you're just going to be smiling and you're going to be so excited. All right? Not high yield, but reasonable yield. So take a look at this. You can actually experience growth in both USDT and a couple of other coins. So if you load USDT into your bot, you have the bot creating more USDT for you. If you load BTC, the bot generates more BTC for you. If you load Pepe, the bot generates more Pepe for you. If you load Ethereum, the bot generates more Ethereum for you. If you load BNB, the bot generates more BNB for you. If you load Doge, the bot generates more Doge for you. So that's the growth function. You have growth across multiple coins. And this is huge. We're going to talk about percentages in a moment. But that growth function is where you get blessed. It's where you experience growth. It's where you experience capital gain. Remember, this is not a Ponzi scheme. So where is the growth coming from? It's not coming from interest charged people. No, it's not coming from usury. It's coming from trading activities on the blockchain. That is exactly where it's coming from. So if you're thinking, where is the money coming from? Is this a Ponzi scheme? No, 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 no. This is not a Ponzi scheme. This is institutional grade trading. Most institutional grade trading is out of reach from people. You keep hearing it with your ears, institutional traders, but you're not going to have access to anyone because the banks gatekeep it. With Aurum Foundation, you now have access to this institutional growth function. Right. So apart from holding your crypto, growing your crypto, you now have the capability and functionality of spending your crypto with ease. You don't have to say, please, who can buy my USDT? Or how can I move my USDT to my bank? No, 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 no. Aurum Neobank is your bank. And there's a Visa card connectivity. So all you do is load your crypto into your card and go to the mall, go to the supermarket, go on your vacation. Anywhere in the world, people are using the Aurum Neobank Visa card. It works in Africa. It works in Ghana. It works in Nigeria. It works in every country where Visa is allowed. And that's the beauty of this amazing opportunity. Guess what? When we get to those cards, you realize you can spend up to $300,000 per month on your card with zero KYC. And that's why we tell you, you're going to love Aurum Neobank. This is an amazing, amazing opportunity. So you have the hold function, you have the growth function, and you have the spend function. The spend function is made possible by crypto fiat merge. Crypto and fiat have a handshake and say, let's work together. This is something that used to be elusive. But as the world evolves, crypto and fiat are now having a very good handshake. that you can have your crypto and spend it as if you're having your fiat. The customers you buy from will get their fiat, but you're actually spending crypto. You spend crypto, and the people you're making payment to get fiat currency. That's an amazing thing made possible by Aurum Foundation. All of this is powered by algorithmic trading, and there's an exchange function. The exchange is undergoing beta testing. And so these are just some few parts of the opportunity. So remember, there are many tools to grow your assets. Several of them, more are being created. And we have the tools that help you spend your profits with ease. So hold, grow, spend. That is AI finance. And that's the buzzword you're going to be hearing a lot of over time. AI finance, AI finance. It's going to become like an anthem over the next decade. Oh, I'm into AI finance. Understand that AI finance involves holding your assets, growing your assets, and helping crypto fiat merge for you to really experience the miraculous growth that's possible on the blockchain. All right, so that is the business model. And here is just a couple of slides trying to remind you to say, hey, these are the various bots, and we'll get right into them. But before we go into more details, there's somebody you must understand, somebody you must embrace, somebody you must pay attention to. This person is a guru. He is a technocrat. He is a celebrity on the blockchain. This is somebody that was there at the founding of Binance. All right. See, somehow I call Binance the World Bank of the blockchain. The World Bank of the blockchain. Now, Brian Benson is a former director of Binance. All right. That's the pedigree of the person we have being the CEO of Aurum. And why is this important? It is important because if you check all the platforms you've lost money, if you check all of those platforms that you've lost your money in the past, all those platforms had no CEOs that you can hold. And even when you saw a face on a PDF, they were not real. And when they were actually real, they had no pedigree. So they could mess up and vanish. Here we have Brian Benson, a former director in charge of Latin America for Binance. For several years, he was in charge of the operations of Binance. He helped in making sure Binance took off properly in the early days of Binance. So he has over 27 years experience. Now, just imagine this. Somebody who helped Binance get started when Binance was just getting started, before you started understanding crypto, that person says, hey, I'm leading this company and we are using AI finance to grow your wealth. Are you going to call it a scam? Are you going to say, no, it's not real? 27 years of experience. Do you know how many years that is? So this is somebody at the pinnacle of his blockchain career. He is passionate about merging crypto and fiat. That's what he brings to the table. He has, over the years, of course, he started his part of his career was with Morgan Stanley. He was a trader with Morgan Stanley. Even before Binance was launched, he was a trader with Morgan Stanley. And then he got into Binance, helped Binance take off, went into several other companies, and he was just trying to make sure that he could combine crypto and fiat and make them work together in a way that people can counter inflation. Let me tell you this. Brian Benson is passionate about making sure that everyone in the world can change his life. That is his passion. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this person is real. We have people who have gone to the office in Dubai, they've met him. We have people who, met him at events. He's always available, at any event you see him. The recent event showed him at a party. After the crypto event, there was a party, music was playing, and they showcased him. And that's that's to show you how down to earth he is. So you might be curious and you say, Brian Benson, let me go check. Now, there could be many Brian Benson, so be careful. Just type Brian Benson Binance. All right. If you type Brian Benson Binance, you're going to see his face when he was younger, his face when he got older, his current face. You're going to see him with the Binance t-shirt on, all of that. Okay. So he is a real person. And you're also going to see him when he was working with Kima. But there's something even more interesting about Brian Benson. Remember, it is Bryan Benson. Benson, Brian, was invited by Forbes to become an executive member of the Forbes Finance Council. So, you know, Forbes is a finance magazine, and these guys have been they're always studying, analyzing. They do their due diligence about various investors and their portfolios. They do a thorough job, right? They do a thorough job. You cannot push your way into Forbes Finance Council. It is an invite-only council. So we have Brian Benson there as an executive member. And that's it. If you want to go check it out, go to councils.forbes.com and just type Brian Benson or Aurum Foundation. You're going to see the write-up about Brian Benson there, and it's an amazing thing. Brian Benson is the CEO of Aurum Foundation with over 27 years experience in fintech, digital assets, and Web3. He previously serves as managing director at Binance, focusing on regional growth and financial inclusion. Some people will say, no. Brian Benson never worked for Binance, but Forbes has it written there on their page at councils.forbes.com. And they say Brian Benson previously served as managing director at Binance, focusing on regional growth and financial inclusion. He focused on financial inclusion. In other words, he wants people who are out of crypto to get involved in crypto. Yes. So that is who Brian Benson is. So as you listen to my voice, I need you to know that this is not just your rookie CEO of one random platform. You have somebody of pedigree. So if you are listening to my voice and you are remembering your past losses where you lost money in one platform, ask yourself, what was the pedigree of the CEO of that platform? Was there even a CEO? Or they just told you it's a smart contract, there's nobody controlling it, the keys have been thrown away, and you went in. You went in. Of course, the keys were thrown away. They told you in advance that has been thrown away. You can't hold anybody ransom. Or somebody told you it's a liquidity pool that is locked in Binance. Come on, liquidity pools can be opened and used, and having a liquidity pool doesn't change anything. So you need to understand what is the pedigree of the person who is the CEO. I spent a lot of time talking about this because Brian Benson was the first reason I even took a look at Aurum Foundation. All right. He was the reason I just said, okay, let's see what are these guys doing? And it's been a wonderful experience ever since. Of course, Brian Benson was at the Token 2049 event where he spoke on a podium, and the title of his talk was "Can AI Make You Richer?" All right, so this is hosted on Token 2049 YouTube handle, Third Party Credibility. You see Brian Benson make his speech there. I mean, go watch that video. Aurum is well written about, well spoken about. With apart from Forbes, we have many other platforms that have positive write-up about Aurum Foundation. So we are here, and we just want you to know that Aurum exists. We want you to also know that Aurum is doing what they say they're doing. You just need to open your heart and understand that in the past there was no ChatGPT. So let me tell you something. There's a friend of mine, a business partner. She said, "Oh, there's an assignment I have. I have to go review this book." So she's a grandmother, of course. And she said, "I have to go review this book." And while she was trying to do it manually, I said, "Come on, just ask ChatGPT." Interestingly, that was the easy way out for her. If you think that things have to be hard all the time, that the hard way is the only way, you have to trade by yourself, you lose opportunities because AI is changing the game. AI is changing the landscape. In the past, there was no ChatGPT. All right. There was no perplexity.ai. There was no Grok. Today, all those things exist to help you. You can literally achieve in 10 minutes what used to take someone 10 hours to achieve. Right. That is the world we live in today. AI-driven world. And it's an amazing thing. As long as that thing is on the internet, you'll be able to plug in, get your data, analyze it, humanize it, and get going. That is the world we live in today. 20 years ago, that was not possible. In fact, what we have now, 20 years ago would have looked like an impossible movie. It would have looked like a movie if it was acted. It would be called a science fiction movie. But we're living it right now. And I need you to know, you have to open your mind. You have to open your mind, because mentally, you've never experienced what's about to happen to humanity over the next 10, 20 years. Psychologically, you've never experienced something like that before. The world is about to be, everything you know is about to change. Making money is going to get easier and easier. Ignorant people will continue to remain in poverty, of course. But those who open their mind will continue to embrace opportunity and experience transformation. It is important because this is the best time for you to have money work for you. If you don't find a way to make money work for you while you sleep, you're going to be working till you die. We live in a world where AI is making things easier and easier. Embrace technology. Have an open mind. I know we don't want to fall for Ponzi schemes, and we do not promote Ponzi schemes, but open your mind, because things that used to be impossible before, they are possible now. All right, so a little bit about risk disclaimer here. Just a little warning that generally, for any investment you're getting involved in, you don't have to put your house rent into it. You don't have to put your children's school fees into it. All right, keep those funds aside. Come with idle funds that you can put in Aurum and let it work for you. All right. Come big, but coming within your financial muscle. Come big, but coming within your financial muscle. That's what I want to say. Come big, but coming within your financial muscle. And I always ask people, okay, if you're going to throw a party, how much would you spend? All right. Then come in with that figure, or come in with half of the figure. Then research about Aurum. And when you understand about Aurum very well, then you can decide to up your game. Now, Aurum is not a new platform. Some people think Aurum just came out. No, Aurum has been here since 2023. And the interesting thing about this is they were just trading for the multimillionaires, right? They were trading for over a year for the big boys. Nobody heard about Aurum. The EXAI bot was just trading for those big boys, and they were making money. So Aurum is not a solution that was created for the poor. It was actually created to take care of those who have huge funds, institutional grade trading. We are really fortunate that this platform was not gate kept. And the reason is because of the desire to create an exchange. Now, if you're going to create an exchange, Aurum thought about it that, hey, we cannot just have an exchange with very few people. Okay, we need to have an exchange where we have lots of persons. And that is why Aurum became something that, introduce it to your friends, get them to come in. The goal is, as you come into Aurum, you get to a point where you get to use the exchange. That exchange is undergoing beta testing. That is the only reason you're hearing about Aurum. If not, Aurum will be making money for the big boys, and you and I will be thinking of how to trade by ourselves. More products have been added to Aurum. The Aurum Neobank app, it's the app that has the Visa card. Is the app that you can see everything about Aurum Foundation. You can do withdrawals, you can do deposits. It's the app where you have amazing bots lined up. It's a utility that every family deserves. I'm not kidding you. Every family deserves to have an Aurum account. Now, the exchange I've spoken about undergoing beta testing, POS machines are available, and many more will be, created. You're going to find out that Aurum is going to showcase a lot of opportunities that your money will be working for you. You'll be growing your assets. You're going to have access to reward assets initiatives. You can own property. You can have passive gold ownership. Lots of stuff will be available in Aurum. Remember, bottom line, your money is going to keep growing, and it's going to be an amazing experience. So how do you get into this wonderful system? All you need is a $19.99 annual subscription, $19.99, 1 year license. That's it. Please take notes. If you pay for a subscription today and you start using the bot, let's say the EXAI bot, if you want to use the Zeus bot, you don't have to buy another subscription, because that subscription you paid for $20 covers for the whole year. Okay. So you are free to use any other tool on the platform, every other tool, without paying any subscription. So here, take a look. Since February 2023, this bot has started trading. That's 3 years actually. That's 3 years. Since February 2023, the algorithm was being updated, tweaked, and you can see it became super, super stable by December 2023, and it's been a smooth run since then. And if you're coming to trade with Aurum, I tell people that your risk is not high. Your risk of flying by air to another country or another state is riskier than getting on Aurum, right? Because Aurum has been trading for 2 years, 3 years, and they've not blown an account. Okay. So if somebody trades for 3 years and has been successful, what makes you think he cannot trade for 7 years? What makes you think that he cannot trade for 10 years? What makes you think that he cannot trade for 50 years? Okay. If if a platform is able to trade for 3 years successfully, why do you think they cannot trade for 20 years? Please, ladies and gentlemen, open your mind to Aurum. Be ready to take a chance. Only by taking a chance will you stand a chance. All right, so the EXAI bot is a very powerful bot. It's a bot that helps you to really grow your wealth. It's automated, no analysis from you, no drawing of trend lines, breakout, descending triangle, ascending triangles, all of that shit. None of that. You don't need all of those information. Apologies for the use of the word. Those technical details. You don't need all that. You just come in and enjoy the ride. Okay. Now you have a couple of pairs, and these pairs are in the top 20 of coin market capitalization. So they don't trade shit coins, they trade coins that have pedigree. All right. And of course, they use stop loss. And this bot is an amazing tool. In 2025 alone, this bot did 209%. 209%. The EXAI bot, 209%. Imagine that. Okay. That means if you had $50,000 trading in Aurum with the EXAI bot and you were not compounding, you after 12 months, 2025, you would have had, $150,000. Yeah, you would have cashed out $100,000 and your $50,000 will still be there. If you are compounding, of course, it would have been astronomical. So that's the beauty of this bot. So and I tell you, getting on Aurum Foundation is going to give you lots of excitement, lots of joy, and you're going to be happy with your decision. Now, here's a month by month breakdown of the 2025 results. You can see the top months here are March and August. Okay. But you see, January was 15.93. All right. That was the lowest month, I think. Yeah. That was the lowest performing month. Why is that the lowest performing month? Of course, maybe that month was, lesser volatility. And so, the profits were the lowest compared to August that had hit 18.32. So on the average, you see that you're always making about 17 point something percent. So there's a profit sharing methodology in Aurum Foundation. And to share profits, just know that the profit you get depends on the capital you put in. The profit you get depends on the capital you put in. That is what you need to remember. The profit you get depends on the capital you put in. So let's explain. If you're trading with $50,000, the platform will take 5% of the profit made with your $50,000 and will give you 95%. And that is why you're going to be making 16.62. So somebody trading with $50,000 will be making 16.62, right? Now, somebody trading with $25,000 or $30,000 will make 15.74. Why? Because the platform is going to take 10%. Yeah, 10%. And so they're going to give you 9%, 90%. So you're going to get 90% instead of 95. And if you go lower to $5,000, the platform will take 20% of the profit made and you get 80. And that is why you're going to be making 13.99. And if you start with a minimal capital, the minimum capital is $100. Okay. If you start with the minimum capital, the platform is going to take 40% of the money made with your $100. So the lower your capital, the more of the profit share the company takes, the lesser you get. So that's why when people ask the question, what's the minimum to start? Okay, we say, yeah, $100 plus $20 subscription. But I'd rather you ask me, what is the optimal position to start? And I'll tell you, what's your financial muscle? I mean, come in a little higher. Okay, you can come in with $1,000. You make more, 12.24%. Or you come in with $4,000 or $5,000. and you can be making 13.99%. So that's the profit sharing methodology. And that is why two persons can be in Aurum Foundation and or 10 persons, and they'll be making different returns on capital because they're going to have different capital bands. There are no packages in Aurum. This is a deposit once, cash out for life opportunity. Deposit once, cash out for life opportunity. That is why when people are talking, at times they say, "Oh, I want to take away, if I want to take away my capital," I say, "Yeah, you can take away your capital anytime you want." But why would you want to take away your capital from a system that is making you money? Why are you going to be thinking, "Oh, after 1 year, I'll take away my capital"? Come on, you should be thinking of how to increase your capital after 1 year. All right? Because this opportunity is going to change your financial story. Now, there are some people who are so pessimistic that they doubt it's possible for you to make 10% to 17% consistently. They go to AI and they say, "Oh, can somebody make 10 to 17% consistently?" And the AI will say, no, it's not possible. Do you know why AI tells you it's not possible? Because many people don't know how to trade. Many people dabble into trading and they blow their accounts. But people who are well trained and who learn to discipline themselves, they make money. So remember, I told you I train people to trade. I've trained people to trade who are performing miracles on the blockchain. People who are making even 100% a month. 10 to 17% is child's play. It's child's play. It's doable consistently. Remember, you're talking about AI. And when AI is monitoring the market, AI will see what your eyes cannot see. It doesn't matter if the market is crashing like this. As the market is crashing like this, as this candle came down, AI will say it's going up. It will just take 0.5% and move on. That's the power of AI, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, 10 to 17%, super possible. So there's a functionality to compound. And for you to compound, remember this, compound does not trigger automatically. You have to personally go click on reinvest button. To activate compounding, you have to click on the reinvest button. And once you click on the reinvest button, that now turns on compounding. But what's the benefit of compounding? When you are doing compounding, you have a scenario where your capital will be growing faster because the profit of the day is added to the capital. And so the capital increases faster, and so profit also increases faster. Okay? So take note of this. This is a $10,000 account. And within 4 months of compounding, it went from $10,000 to $20,000. The first month it went to 12,000. The second month it went to 15, third month 17, and then the fourth month 20. So that's like 100% in 4 months with a $10,000 account. So that's the power of compounding. Now, you don't have to compound forever. If you've compounded, for example, 4 months, just go turn off the reinvest button and just leave it for another 4 months. All right? Just leave it turned off for another 4 months and start cashing out. Yeah. Cash out for another 4 months. Then you can now turn on compounding again, compound for another 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. And after that, you turn off and cash out. Just keep moving between compounding and non-compounding. Learn to cash out from time to time. It's you are putting your money in. You want to experience cash out, okay? You don't have to compound for 5 years without experiencing the beauty of this opportunity. So this slide is just telling you, how much do you want to put in, and how much would change your life? How much would take a load off you? The column in colored in this column in dollars and this in local currency. These two columns tell you what you're going to get monthly. So how much will make your life better? If you made an extra $399, $393 a month, are you going to feel relieved? For example, it's going to help you fuel your car. Yeah, that is about 589,000 in local currency. Yeah, that can help you fuel your SUV. Yeah, if it's not a Hummer. All right, that could help you fuel your car for the month, weekly. So that will take some load off you. For you to achieve that, you need to have $3,000. Yeah, you need to have $3,000 trading for you, and that will generate 13.1%, and it'll give you $393 every month without compounding, and that's equivalent. Every 7.6 months, you make your $3,000 back. Every 7.6 months, you make 100% of your money, and you keep repeating that. It's an amazing thing. But if you are somebody that says, okay, I think my life will only improve when I have $1,480 a month as side income. Okay, that's like 2.2 million in local currency. All right, cool. So what am I going to do? That means you need to have $10,000 trading for you. So remember, the higher your capital, the higher your profits, and the higher the impact in your life, the benefit in your life. So coming big, but coming within your financial muscle, okay? So you don't get necessarily worried. The platform is very, 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 very attractive, very, very lucrative. And these figures keep coming while you are busy doing your normal activities. Now, this slide is just trying to show you an idea of what is possible. If you compound $1,000 for 3 years, you're going to have about $178,000. That is 3 straight years, yeah? We just want to show you what's possible. If you compound for 3 years, you now have a base capital of $178,000. Now, what that means is if you turn off compounding after that 3 years, your $178,000 will start making profit for you of $355,000 every year. Every year. So if you want to make $355,000 every year without talking to anyone, all you have to do is to start with $1,000 and let it compound for 3 years. You don't have to do it 3 years straight. You can take breaks in between and cash out, but this is just a projection to show you what's possible. And similarly for $500, how can you be someone that can make $6.9 million every year? Simple. Get started with $500 and let it compound for 5 years. 5 years of compounding, you get $3.4 million, and that $3.4 million trading for you every year. After that, without compounding, gives you $6.9 million every year. So who wants to be a millionaire? There you have the code. Now grab it. Okay. So we have several tools. Remember the business model. The Zeus bot is the tool that generates more of the coins you load into it. Remember earlier in the business model slide, I showed you that if you load USDT, it grows USDT for you. If you load BTC, it grows BTC for you. So that growing of BTC, BNB, Pepe, Doge, all of that is done in the Zeus bot, all right? That's another powerful bot. Everybody needs to get a hold on. You want to be a part of the Zeus bot. Let it grow your assets, and it's a miracle. The Zeus bot makes it easy for you to wait for the bull run. Instead of having your coins in an exchange and you're waiting indefinitely for the bull run, your coins don't change. Come on. So let me explain what I mean. I recently did some withdrawal from my Zeus bot commissions and I moved it to my exchange account. That figure has been there and it was even shrinking because the value of Ethereum dropped. All right, it dropped even more. So when I look at the amount there, I say, this thing has gone down. But guess what? If it's in the Zeus bot trading, the coins will keep increasing and we beat the market crash. Now, when the market is crashing, it keeps generating more of that coin. Then when the market now rises, I might have 3 times the coins or 10 times the coins that I have been trading. And so I can just take half of it, made from profit, and just go have fun. So the bull run is now more exciting. Aurum Zeus bot makes the bull run super more exciting. So get on the Zeus bot. Look at the Zeus bot performance over the last in 2025. It was actually launched in Q4 of 2024. And look at the results it has had since then. Imagine the power of Pepe and Doge. You want to have those 2 coins, yeah? So those are the coins. There are 5 coins Zeus bot trades for now. BTC, Ethereum, Doge, BNB, Pepe. I think for now, those are the 5 coins. Of course, we have the EXAI Pro bot, which is an amazing bot that was introduced in Q1 of 2025. This bot made 70% profits in 2025. It's a new bot. More bots are being created, so expect lots of great stuff from Aurum Foundation. So, remember I told you about the Visa card. The physical Visa card allows you to trade up to $200,000, $300,000 per month without KYC. We also have virtual cards, all right? So just imagine, the question I want to ask you is this: why would Visa allow you to have access to a card that can let you trade, spend $200,000 in a month without KYC. It means that there's something that Visa sees about Aurum that you might not see. So open your mind and don't be left behind. Here's an example of Leo Shea using the card as an ATM.
All right, Coach Namji, good afternoon to you. Remember yesterday, I promised you I was going to take the Aurum debit card. You saw me yesterday with the family. I used the card on the point of sale terminal. Today, 6th of December, we're going to take out some money with Aurum. Follow me. You have to remind me of the PIN number.
You have to move the camera a little bit for this one.
All right, let's go. Let's see this one in action. Should get some money out here. I'm probably going to take about $1,000. All right, I'm going to take $1,000. Here we go. I'm going to go with local currency. There we go. I can hear the machine. I can hear it giving me that freedom. All right, what's the card? What's the card? Take it slowly. Aurum. And here's the money. Yalla. All right. There we go. So 2 days in a row, 2 separate days. 5th of December, we used it to pay for a family dinner. Clicking it on the point of sale terminal. Today, 6th of December, we used it to take out money from the ATM. This is freedom. Take care, everybody.
That is what Aurum Neobank brings to your life. It gives you amazing opportunity to change your finances. Withdrawals happen, consistently with Aurum Foundation. Withdrawals are paid with just a 1% charge. Whatever you're withdrawing, just pay a 1% fee, and that's it. The blockchain takes $1, so Aurum just takes 1%. So that's super amazing. So here's some key achievements of Aurum. Remember, we're now trading with $90 million, right? Yeah, $90 million in our bots. The arbitrage bot is trading with $15+ million. We now have about over 50,000 members, okay? And 5,000 plus members have gotten the Visa cards, using these cards. All right, so that's the beauty of the opportunity. I want you to watch this video because this video showcases why it's important to think big. Take a listen.
Hi everyone, so we're just having a lunch break right now, me and some leaders, and interestingly, we have Abdul here with us. Now, Abdul is one of the first Nigerians that invested in Aurum, and he has some interesting things to share with us. Abdul, can you tell us why you were interested in Aurum?
Obviously, the card really motivated me, and I know that there is no scam since this card is connected to the bank. So, all my expenses now, because I always travel, so the ticket, the hotel, the shopping we did with my card. This is what motivated me to invest heavily on this program.
Awesome, awesome. So now tell me about it. How much did you start with? Yes, how much did you start with?
What do you have?
How much did you start with?
Honestly, I started with less than $1,000. But now, in Naira, I have more than 4 billion inside.
Did you hear that?
What?
Abdul says he has
naira.
more than 4 billion naira inside this business.
With a B.
With a B.
Yeah,
with a
big
B.
B. Big B.
A big B. Yeah.
Big
Now
B.
that shows confidence in the business.
Wow, that's
okay, so you were
that's
talking about
amazing.
Zeus
So
as
my
well.
Nigerian people, you need to wake up. This is a real opportunity for us to accumulate, to invest heavily, and to trust the process. There is nothing hidden on this program.
Awesome.
I started in April. I never thought I would meet something in this crypto space like this company. I never thought in my wildest dream. But obviously it is happening. We have been to many seminars. We have been to Thailand, to Turkey. Now we are in Dubai. So you have to trust the process. So next one you will be there and see yourself.
So Abdul was talking about Zeus and was saying
it's very good also.
Yeah.
Because I have seen now CEO
Yeah.
have just shown us that we made about 89
Yeah,
And we just started, I think, in the third quarter of this year.
exactly,
So it's
exactly.
a very good investment as well because the crypto is always increasing. We have a belief that Bitcoin will reach 1 million one day.
Yeah.
Ethereum.
Yeah.
Doge. Which one is the other one? Pepe.
Pepe did quite a lot. The percentage Pepe did over 149. Yes, that's
So
huge.
it's better you also invest in that one.
You were saying something about how much you were making from Zeus, you know,
Around $42,000 every month.
every month.
Every month.
Can you beat that just on
I
Zeus?
didn't even withdraw it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
Because
Can
I
you?
trust
Just
the process.
compounding.
I mean,
Always compounding.
Abdul
Wow.
is making over $42,000 on Zeus alone every month.
Every month.
No way. Abdul, can you please share? Please, Abdul, can you even just share? Like, how much do you make from X? That's EX
Yeah.
boss right now.
On average, every day I made on average $20,000.
Every day.
Every day.
No way.
And this is half of the account.
Abdul says this is. Go ahead, please tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me, this is half of the account.
Yeah, it's for 3 days and half of the account of our account because some will withdraw, some will compound. So these are the withdrawal account.
You don't say.
You know, we made a withdrawal, but yet to be sent. I think for today. But this is for from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wow. Wow. You said if you compound in 4 months, you can make it.
So that is the beauty of the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. It is changing lives. It is transforming finances. It is lifting families up. All right. That is the end of the presentation for Aurum with, just a straightforward presentation, straightforward and all the details you need. All right. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. You cannot understand Aurum until you put your money in and pay attention to it. If you stand from a distance and you keep analyzing, you're not going to get in. So just wake up and get started. Now I'm going to spend a few minutes to talk about the Aurum Partner Program. Please take note. The Aurum Partner Program is optional. It's for people that want to work for Aurum. It's like taking employment with Aurum, if I'm going to use that word, and you can work part-time. It doesn't matter how busy you are. You can decide I want to just put 15 minutes every day. All right? I want to just put 15 minutes every day. If you put 15 minutes every day, you're going to be able to build an amazing team. All right? So that is what we want to talk about now. How can you decide to create an additional source of income with Aurum? Apart from the money coming from trading, how can you create unlimited income potential? Unlimited income potential. That is what the partner program gives you. You see, when you are trading, you know your percentage returns per month. You can say, oh, for the year, this is what I'm going to get from my trading results, whether I compound or I don't compound. But when you are building the business, it is unlimited income potential. And this is why I tell people you have to see how you can learn to use the strategies we explain to, build a team, because it unlocks huge income. Now, Brian Benson gives the vision for Aurum. Pay attention as Wendy O asks him this question.
If you had to describe Aurum's long-term mission in one simple sentence, what would it be?
Well, this is an easy one because this is something that we're really focused on, and one of the reasons that I'm happy to be the CEO here, but we're focused on creating 1,000 millionaires. And so we want to create, $1 billion company, and the easiest math I can think of is 1,000 million is a billion, right? So if we have 1,000 millionaires that have earned that through our platform, I feel like that's going to be a job well done. So yeah, we want to create 1,000 millionaires.
All right, so that's a sales force. That's a sales force. The 1,000 millionaires are going to be a sales force. They're going to be people working, but some people who are trading with some good money will also be part of the 1,000 millionaires. All right, so but you're going to get it faster if you build the business. All right, so here's what you need to know. There are at least 6 sources of income. You have income from direct sales. Direct sales means the company will pay you from their own pockets up to 18.5% on all sales. All deposits, for example, into the EXAI bot. 18.5% of every deposit is paid out by the company. So this company has the money already. And so they're willing to just pay out, say thank you for bringing your friends, all right? You also have team sales. That means as people you bring into the business, build the business, you're going to be getting the commissions from their bringing their friends. Then you have direct profit share. That means Every day people you bring in directly into the business make money, you're also going to make a percentage of the profits they made from trading. The company is going to trade for them. So you are also going to get a percentage of the profit that they make, right? And that's huge. Then you have team profit share, which means everybody in your structure, as they make money, you are also going to make money, a percentage of the profits that they make. And that's huge. Then when you rank up, you're going to get an extra bonus. When you become a shareholder, Oracle rank and above, you become a shareholder and you get a shareholder bonus every 3 months. All right, so let's get right into the compensation plan. When you start, you are a Nova. If you want to be passive in the business, you don't want to share the opportunity, you are also a Nova. All right, you have the right to be a Nova. A Nova means new, but I coined it to mean novice. I tell people, based on what is possible in Aurum, as long as you're a Nova, you are not really seeing the possibilities of the financial breakthrough that is possible in Aurum. As a Nova, if you introduce anybody, you're going to get about 3% of whatever the person deposits. Okay, that's fine. If the person deposits $100, you get $3. Okay, that's fine. But this business is bigger than that. It's bigger than that. All right. You need to step up into Voyager fast. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to step up into Voyager fast. If you want to build, if you don't want to build, I mean, you can stay in Nova, that's fine. By the time you step into Voyager, you start experiencing a little bit of the Aurum money. That Aurum money that they pay to the sales team, you start experiencing some of it. Now, the requirement for being a Voyager means your team has to trade with 7,500. Your own capital is not included in the 7,500. But when you're a Voyager, if you sign up anybody with your link, you get 5%, no more 3%. So going to Voyager is like getting a promotion. All right. Something happens when you hit Voyager. They're going to give you a $100 bonus. This column is for extra bonus for hitting the rank. And you also get profit from team profit. So you don't get that as a Nova. You get that as a Voyager. That means whatever your team makes as profit, you're going to get about 5% of that every single day, every single day, every single day. When the profits are declared every evening, when the trades are good, you're going to get lots of that money coming into your pocket. So that's the beauty of being a Voyager. So that's Voyager. But you also need to get to Vanguard. How do you get a Vanguard? By teaching people you bring in how to become Voyager. Because to be a Vanguard, you need to create 2 Voyagers. All right, very important. You need to create 2 Voyagers. So I will tell you, create 3. Create 3. 2 is what's required to be Vanguard, but go create 3. So tell them, hey, this is how I became a Voyager. I was able to do this, do this, do that. For those who want to be passive, I mean, let them be. But for those who want to build a business, guide them to become Voyagers. As you lead them and support them to become Voyagers, as you create 2 Voyagers and your team gets to $25,000 trading capital, your capital is not included here, you become a Vanguard. And when you become a Vanguard, if anybody uses your link, you make 7%, not 3%, not 5%, 7%. But you need to take note that for you to be a Voyager, a Vanguard, your trading capital has to increase to $300, which you will get simply from your profits from these ranks. As the profits for hitting these ranks are coming, you can just be topping up, and you get this 300. You don't have to put your money in again. Now, when you hit Vanguard, you get a $500 bonus. See, a $500 bonus. Straight up, it hits your wallet, your account, and you can withdraw it anytime you wish, or you can top up. Now, for team income, when you're a Vanguard, you get 7.5%. When you're a Vanguard Pro, you get 10%. When you're a Nexus, you get 12.5%. So that's why there's always a jump as you rise in the opportunity. When you get to Oracle, it is 15%. When you get to Prime, it's 17.5%. That is team income, all right? And so this column talks about the capital requirements for hitting Vanguard Pro, and this is $62,500. So, just as you build your team organically, as you coach your team, inspire your team, yeah, you're going to get people who are going to be passionate about Aurum. And as they become passionate about Aurum, you're going to see yourself increasing. You'll start having 10 people in your structure, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 500. And you're going to start growing, and it's going to become exponential as you keep helping people catch the vision. Please take note. The first bonus you get is $100 for Voyager. Vanguard, 500. Vanguard Pro, 8,000. Nexus, 2,000. Oracle, 5,000. Prime, 10,000. So this first page of the compensation plan gives you about, this is 15, 16, 17, 18, $18,000, 600. $18,000, 600. That's what you make. And that's a lot of money, yeah? But guess what? Your life starts changing when you hit Nexus. Oracle, you get financial lifting. Prime, you've defeated poverty, but you don't stop there. You want to get into elite because this second page of the compensation plan, that is the page where you start seeing wealth. That is the page where wealth starts saying, come to me. Oh, you have been lifted. Now, come to me. As an elite, wealth begins to call you. When you hit elite, you get a $20,000 bonus. When you hit magnate, you get a $50,000 bonus. When you hit mitos, you get a $100,000 bonus. When you hit legend, you get a $150,000 bonus. When you hit dominion, you get a $500,000 bonus. By this time, you're already a dollar millionaire. When you hit dominion, you're already a dollar millionaire. You have become one of Brian Benson's $1 million earners. So just keep going, just keep building, just keep rising, right? You just find out that, oh, great, awesome. You become really, really successful in your opportunity. All right, so these are some examples of people who are making money by building the opportunity. Thousands of dollars being made in a few months, all right? And want to encourage you to always be there on Mondays by 5 p.m. Nigeria, 8 p.m. Dubai, 4 p.m. London, 11 a.m. New York. Shane Morand teaches the Zone 1 strategy. Zone 1 strategy makes duplication easy. And I mean, that's an amazing thing that he explains. I want to encourage you to, get out of your head, stop analyzing, and do what this video says.
I know your problem. You got a Bruno in your head.
A Bruno?
Yeah, I get one too sometimes. Alberto, you can't. Alberto, you're gonna die. Alberto, don't put that in your mouth. Luca, it's simple. Don't listen to stupid Bruno.
Why is his name Bruno?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. Call him whatever you want. Shut him up. Say, Silencio Bruno.
Silencio Bruno.
Louder. Silencio Bruno.
Silencio Bruno.
Silencio Bruno.
Silencio Bruno.
Can you still hear him?
Nope, just you.
In Aurum, we produce results. In Aurum, there are no floating losses. In Aurum, everybody wins. Even if you don't build a team, you win. Every single day, trade results are dropping. We keep winning. This is not an opportunity for you to keep thinking it's a Ponzi scheme. Why do you think Brian Benson, with 27 years experience, having worked in Morgan Stanley, Binance, will come run a Ponzi scheme? Why don't you shut down that Bruno in your head that is preventing you from financial breakthrough? Why don't you step out of your comfort zone and embrace something by learning and put your eyes into Aurum to understand what we do here. So thank you very much for being a part of this opportunity. This is a life-changing opportunity. We are here to support you. You will not be left on your own. You'll be guided, coached, mentored, but you have to take action. Without overcoming your fears, you will continue to limit yourself. All right? Without overcoming your fears, you will continue to limit yourself. You have to, it's okay to feel that fear. Everybody felt the fear. Everybody will always feel fear. But you know what? When you feel that fear, it's probably the last loss you had that is making you to stay scared. So ask yourself, that last loss you had, was it somebody like Brian Benson that was leading that team? That person, that platform. Which other platform have you seen that person run? You find out that many of these people just come create platforms and vanish. All right? Brian Benson is a blockchain expert. Visa card connectivity also ratifies us. So take that bold step. To win big, you must take big risks. $120. That's what we ask for you. Get started and then rewrite your financial destiny. Aurum is recalibrating people's DNA for prosperity. Aurum is going into people's DNA right now and is recalibrating it for prosperity. Don't let your family lag behind. Thank you very much for coming and God bless you. See you on the next presentation.